Good morning! Aboard a brand new Tesla Model X, freshly received 3 days ago. My wife was kind enough to lend me the car for the day and I'm already in love. It's a really great car, nice looking car, really love it. However, I decided to do this short video because I was struggling to finding answer to some basic questions I had, even on the internet. And I'm definitely not a big fan of reading this huge manual that comes with a car. So here we go, some tips and tricks about the Model X. Number 1, the key fob. Actually, you don't need it. Just keep it in your pocket. And if the car is correctly set up, everything will be automatic. Clearly, this is the one thing that is important. You go to controls, then settings, doors and lock, and make sure that walk away door lock is on. So that when you go over 15 feet, the car will automatically lock herself. And of course, when you will get back to the car, it will unlock automatically. So that's really cool. And once you're in, you don't even have to pull the handle to close the door. It's really Rolls-Royce style. You just press the brake pedal and it will close the door. And when you stop somewhere, for instance, to pick up somebody or the kids, I find it easier to just put the car into park so that it triggers the screen automatically, and then really easy to open the doors instead of going into control and then doors and then press here. Two other settings that I find interesting. When you go into controls, settings, vehicle, it's the mirror auto fold. It will auto fold the mirror when you lock the car, and the mirror auto tilt when you back up, always useful. So if you have these settings on, close all with key fob, and if you have all the door opens like that, then just one single click will close everything, and that's pretty cool. With the trunk, you might encounter a problem. In your garage, it won't open 100%. So actually you can't do anything about that. If the radar feels that there is an obstacle, it won't open the trunk. However, you can program the height in optimal condition, meaning that if you are outside and you want the trunk to open fully like that, you just keep this button pressing until you hear this noise. It means that now you have programmed your trunk. For some reason, the map app and the camera app always open at the top of the screen. So if you want to put the map at the bottom and the camera at the top, basically you need to do that to switch the screen and then to open the map. Well, actually there is a trick. Just keep pressing this button until you see this new option here, and then you can decide immediately where you want to put the map or the camera. We have this car for only 3 days, so we didn't have any problem with the computer yet. But sometimes apparently you need to soft reset the computer. To do that, you press the two buttons here and you keep pressing them until everything reset. You can change the right and the left panel on the dashboard. Keep pressing this button until you see the options, and then you can select, for instance, music here, and here I will put some information about the tires, and voila. They didn't tell us that when we took delivery of the car, but apparently it's best if you charge your battery at 80% max for daily usage. And you need to keep it in between 20 and 80%. You only charge it to 100% when you plan to go on a road trip. I've read that from Elon Musk tweets and on the internet as well. If, like me, it's the first time you drive an electrical car, there is something that is strange at first. It's what they call the regenerative braking. It means that when you don't use the throttle, the car will slow down. It will save brakes and it will regenerate some electricity. If you don't like it, like honestly, the first day I didn't like it at all, so I've changed it and I put that in low. But actually, now I decided to take the good habits of using this regenerative braking, and it's pretty good. You find that you will almost never use the brakes. I really do like when my cars sit low on the ground. I think it's best for the balance, it's better looking. But the good thing here is that you have choice in between 5 options. And even cooler is that you can, based on your GPS location, change the height of the vehicle. So for instance, if there is a pothole just by your house, then you want the car to be on high. You press that once and then auto raising location. By default, the creep mode is not activated. I recommend to activate it. It's more like regular cars. It slowly moves when brake pedal is released. If you follow Elon Musk, Tesla CEO, you may have noticed that he's a fun guy actually. And somehow he wanted to add some fun to this car as well. So with his engineers, they've hidden some Easter eggs in the car. Actually, it's pretty simple to find them. Just go into the Tesla menu here, and then you swipe down, and here we go. You have some cool stuff here. For instance, for your kids, they can draw whatever they want. But this guy is really fun actually. This one. It's a Christmas show. Let's give it a try. The car parks itself actually, so let me show how it works. It's really simple. So when it detects a parking spot, you see these little icons here, you tap it and it says shift to reverse, and then start, and here we go. It does everything by itself. Magic. If you haven't done so yet, I recommend to install the Tesla app on your smartphone. It gives you access to some of the control of the car. Like for instance, you can unlock the car remotely. You can give access to somebody so that you can drive the car for 2 minutes. Might be useful to just move the car around. And this summon feature is really interesting. It allows you to park the car without actually you being physically inside it. Let's give it a try. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. The next video will be about autopilot. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and see you soon.